down here. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I know you can't see me well because I don't have the camera up, and so let me adjust it so you can see me. There we go. Maybe that helped a little bit better. Let me get back to the edge. Here it goes. Good morning, everybody. This is Tish, just doing what I do. Subdivision. Woo, gardener. It is a nice morning. When I came out a little bit early, about 7 o'clock, I was up early, but came out at 7, and it's got a little breeze. It's not hot. I just sweat a lot, but I want to talk to you this morning about fertilizing. Today is my fertilize day. I fertilize every week now for the rest of the garden that is still producing. And those beds that I just cleaned out, I will be heavy mulching and heavy composting and fertilizing and putting food scraps in those. But that'll be another entity. So today I want to do something different because I'm running low on my 511, which is right here. Let me see, can I grab it? Because I got it behind me, set it in front of me. And I don't know what came and bit up my bottle, but something came in and tried to get to it because it smells so good to it. Well, anyway, I put a cap full of 511 because I am getting low on my 511 to fertilize my garden on what I use. So I put a cap full or half a cap in each one of my irrigation bottles. This is something new. I never did it. And the ones that was the regular water bottles in my tomato, the liter bottles in my tomato bin, I went into my rain barrel and got water in there and put the 511 in that. But these one, I don't have a funnel and not a regular pitcher filler that's out here. I'm gonna get one at the Dollar Tree so I can fill these up with rainwater, because usually when I'm fertilizing my crops with the 511 or any kind of fertilizer, liquid solvent, I use rainwater if I have it. And usually I use it all up when I'm fertilizing, and then I have to wait for the next rain, because I only have one trash can barrel right there and a little bucket in the front from the front flower garden. But today I'm going to use tap water. I think it'd be all right if whatever water you have, hey, water your garden. And if you're going to use, a lot of times they say to fill up a barrel or something and let it sit for 24 hours so the chemical can rise out and come out of it, and then you can use the water. It'd be very better to do. That's a B. So what I did, I put a cap full in here. I already put some in. I'm going to put the rest of this in there and put that right on top. And then I take my water hose on full, and I just spray it from around it because flies like to come in, and I fill it up, but I don't fill it all the way up. About halfway. I said I was going to do halfway to give it more feeding, density of feeding. And I'm going to let that drain out, and then I'm going to go back through. By the time I finish out of my garden, I'll go back through and water and put regular water in the containers. But I want it as a drip system still. And I'm going to loosen it up all the way. I'm just going to set it on top so the flies won't get in. So that's how I'm going to feed it today, since I'm short on, well, I didn't mean to go up that high. Since I'm short on 511. So I hope this works. I did have a subscriber in one of the comments gave me a suggestion of doing this, and I'm like, oh yeah, this would be great. Only thing, I'm using tap water instead of the rainwater, in which I did use rainwater for my tomatoes. Because I was able to put the container into the barrel to get the water out. So I know for the next time around, I will be getting a gallon jug or gallon pitcher or quart pitcher for the Dollar Tree, and use that to get the water and use a funnel to put it in these containers. But I was thinking of a better way this irrigation system for next season. And my idea was to simply, I saw this method where they use a string. They use a string in the holes, like cotton string or cotton material or something in the holes, and allow that to saturate out. And you wrap it, you put it around just like an irrigation thing in your garden, and it drains out around and drips into the ground around it. So it's like a one of the hose soaking holes. So I'm gonna try that next year, and I'm gonna take you along to let you see what I'm doing. So this is what I'm gonna do right here. These beds are cleaned out. So what I'm gonna do, I'll put coffee grounds in here, and I think that's all I have. I have some compost over there that's maturing in a bin because I had put scraps and stuff in it. But I'm not gonna do that today because I'm gonna add more scraps to that compost area, to feed it, and I'm gonna add scraps to these bins as well. So what I'm going to do is just put coffee grounds in here. I'm gonna wet the soil and put scraps into my old cucumber beds. So while the heat is still out here, I'm gonna feed it, let it compost, because it'll be ready by the time I'm ready to plant my plants out here for the brassicas. That soil will be so rich and ready for them brassicas. So this is Tish, just doing what I do, subdivision gardener, and I wanted to show you how I did a little tweak in my fertilization this morning and the irrigation system for my garden. As you can see, this bed is really not producing. I'm just now seeing this producing a little bit better, but all season I've been seeing borers eating up my squash and zucchini at the root. Even though they have big pretty leaves sometime, and then I see the big pretty flowers, male flowers all the time, but when the fruit come out, they get not fully pollinated. Even though I took a female, I found a male and a female, and I pollinated, but when I came back out, I noticed that it had blossomed and it just rotted up. But I'm thinking that whole vine was ate up from the bottom, and it wasn't getting the water and nutrition from the bottom to go up. But I'm gonna work on my beds, and I'm thankful for what God had gave me in the beds, and I still got some coming out in a new one. And I'm gonna work to figure out the problem and to make my garden beds better for next season, because I want more. And I say last year I had an abundance of everything. This year it's not as much, but it's all good. I am so thankful and grateful. Every season may not be the same as the season before. So next year probably be a wonderful season. I'm gonna feed my beds more during the fall and winter season, so it can be ready for the spring. And I am looking for abundance of produce next year. I'm gonna bring more buckets out here, more containers. I know I'm just gonna fill it up even more. I hope I have walking space next year. That's what I'm hoping, because I know that I'm gonna utilize as much space as I can to grow as much food that I can in this 30 by 27 by 30 garden space. Well, thank you for tuning in. This is Tish, just doing what you do with Miss Tish, Subdivision Gardener. Be blessed and have a wonderful day.